I guess maybe just that, because I don't have, this is a brand new build. I don't have very much equity in this home, of course, at the moment, but I am doing things, to fight off my adding a pool and things of that and the nature in the near future, because I didn't finance the pool into the home loan. I didn't have that opportunity to go after it. So I'm just looking for ways, and thank you, Kenyatta, for speaking to that. I'm looking for ways that I can kind of streamline my debt to income ratio. I paid off one of my vehicles, that type of thing. But, like I said, the main two things is figuring out how to either go into a joint venture or maybe even crowd fund so that it's not taking the full weight onto me, but then applying this method so that, we all can profit on the back end more quickly.
Gotcha. So what we want to do is make sure that we're using other people's money to the fullest extent of our personal credit profile, our business credit profile, making sure that it is up to snuff, doing everything that we need to do so that we can maximize the use of somebody else's money and let our cash do something else. Okay, that's going to be number one on the list. Kenyatta can help you with that. And then once we establish that loan, now it's time to gain equity at 4 to 5 times the regular rate at a much lower interest cost, so that now that when it comes time for you to cash out refi, you can do that year sooner. Use the property that you already have that your tenants helped you to pay for, then use that cash in 5 to 7 years instead of 12 to 15 years. Take that cash and then do what other people are doing to help you to establish more properties because you have more money available to you. And along the way, you are improving your credit profile so that you can get whatever you want.
And also, Don, I'm just going to touch on this briefly for anyone that's listening. You also have the debt service coverage ratio loan, which allows you to use your income that your property generates too. And then with the pool, that's actually a value add depending on where you're located. If it's in Chicago, that's actually a minus. But if you're in a hot climate, that's actually a value add. And so we're going to look at the total scope of what you have and what you're trying to accomplish and do something that makes sense.
Kenyatta, I just wrote that down. DSCR. I just wrote it down. Okay. Debt service coverage ratio loan. What is it?
So basically, you guys, what it is you have a place, but maybe it's generating money through Airbnb. Maybe you have a long-standing tenant in there. So then that brings up the value of the actual property. So you have the value of the property plus the income that it generates. That affords you more money for loans.
So you can get a loan based on just that?
Yes.
So that's why they call it debt service coverage ratio loan, because you have enough income that pays for the debt service on the loan.
Exactly.
Doggone it. I love that.
If I can ask a question, are you referring to like multifamily units that already have tenants, or can it be based on, subject to your renovations?
It could be empty. I have a house right now in Chicago that I'm rehabbing, and I'm using a DSCR on my house. And so it's in shambles, and I'm going to do a VA house, and I'm using the income that it's going to generate with nobody in it.
Okay. All right. And I'm in Florida, by the way.
So that pool is a value add, so you're good.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're talking about here. How to use the bank's money, how to get it at a discount. I love borrowing money at a discount. Not only that, but there are different types of loans for different purposes that you may not have heard of. So, folks, do not, and I will repeat, do not trust what you already know and put yourself in a box and keep yourself from being able to prosper, because there's other information out there for you that could actually help you. We don't know what we don't know. Ask the experts and get the information that you need to keep from making mistakes. And it says, oh, you know what? if I had just asked this question of somebody else, we could have done so much better. Here's what I want you to know, folks. In traditional lending, you do not want to go to your lender to educate you on how lending actually works. And here's why. Because in traditional lending, the loan officers know very little about how lending works. They know a lot about how to sell their company's products, but they know very little about how the loan actually works to advise you on how to set this up so it would be advantageous for you. Get with us at the P.I.L.L Method. We could be your advocates in that situation so that when you go in, you're going in educated, or you can go in with someone who is educated on how loans work, and we could set this thing up. Getting the right loan, getting it set up before you sign is more than half the battle. Then we go in and then start saving you interest on the back end. But if you can get this loan set up front with the right loan, with the right setup, with the right parameters that speak to your needs, oh my gosh, it is much, much easier to save money and to start building wealth.
But Don has some valuable information that can contribute to the quality of a person's life. And it only costs you a few dollars. It's his book. Why not get that?
I'm going to go through the P.I.L.L Method myself with some of my investment properties. So I'm going to link up with Don, and then I'm going to sit down with him, show him my investment portfolio, and see how I can eliminate interest.